Hi ladies, so I'm super excited for this month's box. The Go Love Yourself box community is new to me, but I recently stumbled across it after my big move, and this particular month's theme really hit home, making connections with other people. And I kind of wanted to share my stories in the hopes that other people could relate or maybe, learn from my mistakes. But basically, about a year and a half ago, I moved from Madison, Wisconsin to Tampa, Florida. I received an offer for my dream job, and I was super excited. I was like, I cannot pass up this opportunity. So I left everybody that I knew, pretty much my family, my friends, my boyfriend, and I moved all by myself down to Florida. I was expecting it to be super amazing and fulfilling, and it was in the sense that the job was. But, 2 weeks into it, I realized I was alone. And it was the first time that I really felt that way. It's so easy to call yourself an independent woman, when you have tons of support and people around you. But the moment that you're truly and fully alone is when you realize, like, I need to take care of myself. And so what I ended up doing was, reaching out, going to different gyms, going to meetups. But the thing is, not only do you have to go to these things, you have to talk to people. And my issue was that initiation. I'm really good at talking to people when they approach me, but how do you approach other people? And that was something that just scared me. So I ended up, I went to see a therapist to just kind of talk about my, personal life and, work on myself. And she had mentioned one of the best pieces of advice that I could probably give to anybody who is more introverted and just less social. And she told me, if you ever want to just strike up a conversation with someone, you compliment them. Because that in itself not only makes them feel good, but it makes you feel good about the fact that you're just doing something positive. And it could be a short conversation or a long conversation. It could go in different ways, but no matter what, it's less awkward than just saying, hey, you come here often? It's like, oh my God, I like your earrings. And it could simply just end with, thank you so much, have a great day. Or it could turn into a, yeah, thank you, I got them at Forever 21. And it's a great way to just start that conversation, and it's not weird to anybody. I mean, I don't know anyone who would be mad about getting a compliment. So, but anyways, after, a couple weeks of just trying different things, I told myself I would give it a year, and if I still felt the same way, then I would move back. Ultimately, that did happen, and I moved to Chicago to be with my boyfriend and my friends, my family, but I'm still working for the same job, which means I'm working from home, which also means I don't have that social connection, and I'm still struggling to make new friends. And so when this month's box came, it really hit me, because I knew that it's something I will always need to work on, and something that I hope will continue to improve. So I'm super excited to do this unboxing and can't wait to see what's in it. But let's start. And first, I just want to say this logo, as I'm a graphic designer, and this logo in itself just always makes me so happy because it's so perfect for this box. But when we open it, it looks like we all get a personal note from Sharon, which is so sweet. And, she's definitely made me feel so welcome. And I think anyone who joins the group just can understand that. And I love that we get a brochure that explains all the different items in the box, and each individual who contributed. So it looks like everything there are some items that we share with another person, which I love that because, you know, whenever I receive new things, I love telling people about it. So one of the first items is this True Moringa. There's a white gold peppermint lip whip and a burgundy. So I'll have to decide which one I want and which one I want to give away. But it looks amazing. And then Tesora jewelry. So I was reading that this necklace, oh, actually this is the keychain. It's a keychain necklace, so it's your daily reminder to continue onward, to keep moving, hard as it may be, to ask others for what you need, and to serve as a source of strength and support for others who may need it. I love this because I'm always looking for new necklaces, you know, to add to my collection, but this is perfect, and I love how it says onward because that's something I think we strive to do every day. Let's see, there's also True Moringa facial oil. So one for you, one to give away to a friend or a new friend. This is something that was shared in the preview from Sharon when she went live, but it's artisanal chocolates. And the ones that I got was orange pistachio and sea salt, which is going to be very difficult to choose, but I'm so excited to try it. And, you know, it's raw, no dairy, no refined sugar, no preservatives, no soy, no shortcuts. It sounds super delicious. So it also comes with these buttons. Mine says good enough, and it's like this. And the brochure was mentioning that these buttons, you know, are gentle reminders for just ourselves. And I really like that because I collect buttons, and I have a bulletin board where I just attach positive things. And I love that every box comes with these types of items that just feel good and, you know, remind you, because obviously it's hard to remind ourselves every day about these things. So then, of course, there's the book, Tell Me More, by Kelly Corrigan. Stories about the 12 hardest things I'm learning to say. I'm super excited to read this because, you know, I think books for me have become a big deal, especially the reason I moved to Florida was to become a book cover designer. And, you know, my dream was to do something in my career that also involves something I love. So I love that every book or every box comes with a book and is so relevant to the topic. And then the workbook, you know, is for us to go along. It's a companion guide for the book. And I love that it's a physical way for us to record what we're learning. There's a little bookmark. You can't really be loved if you can't really be known. That is such a perfect quote. I think a lot of people find it hard to open up about themselves, but, you know, once you do, you start to realize that you learn so much more about other people. Oh, hello, you most beautiful, wonderful human. This is such a great card that I'm definitely going to give to someone. You know, there was a project that I did when I was younger, and they were the You Are Beautiful stickers, where you hand them out to random people and walk away. And sometimes, like, it's not even about that, positivity that you receive, but just knowing that you could have made someone to stay. The other two cards that I got were love and you are my favorite. And then the last item is maximizing your self-love, and that's with the featured coaches. I love that this happens because, I think a lot of people realize that, either there's not enough time in the day or not enough money, but the fact that it's free 30-minute coaching conversations from, 4 different people. And I think sometimes it's all about the resources and who we know and who we can connect with. So this was a really great box, and I recommend it for anybody who hasn't subscribed yet, and I'm so excited for the next one. But one last thing that I want to talk about is self-care in general. This week I happened to faint and collapse, and I got a mini concussion, and the reason was because I was severely dehydrated. You know that water is important, but you also get so busy during the day and running around and working and, fulfilling your responsibilities that you sometimes just forget to take care of yourself. And I learned that the hard way. And, sometimes even when we do need a break and, our body is physically telling us that, it still is hard to just stop what you're doing and just focus on yourself. And I struggled with that even after the fall. And so I just want everyone to make sure that that doesn't happen to them and that everyone is taking care of themselves. But thanks for joining, and I hope that your box is exactly the same and just as amazing.